Good morning, LAP. It's Friday, May 28th. We've had another exciting week, as seems like all of them have been. Order Bank, Escape, 15,201. Corsair, 3,143 for a grand total of 18,344. So us working these past few down weeks have dropped our order bank down a little bit, but it's still healthy and we still got units to build for our customers. I guess we'll start off with our announcement from last week about last Wednesday about our 6 weeks downtime. As you know, the rumors still run rapid every single day of the week. This one turned out to be true, and immediately things started changing 100 times from Wednesday at lunch all the way up until Thursday, Friday. As you're aware, Ford has been cutting out all the overtime as a plant as much as they can. And then late Thursday, when Ford told LAP that they will be doing the KTP rework on axles and to get a plan together. So we met with management. We had several texts, several phone calls late into the evenings, Thursday and Friday, exactly what's going to happen, what's going to take place, how many people they needed, what kind of rework it was going to take, and repairs that was going to happen. Still fluctuating, still not knowing what was going to go down. Several things were thrown at us that we could or could possibly be doing or not doing. Changing out axles, rear ends, removing BCMs, installing BCMs, unhooking the batteries, hooking batteries up, pushing trucks, seeking finding units, where they're at, 12 different lots and locations. So a lot of stuff was being thrown at LAP to figure out and make a plan and make it work, make it happen while we were down. Ford Motor Company decided to work as many people as they possibly could, so the work belongs to the repair. We went by the supplementation order that's in the local contract. I know it says overtime, but that's for any kind of supplementation anytime during the week that we need to backfill final general repair. Management went down the repair supplementation, went through 1 through 6 to get everybody that was in that repair supplementation and get enough people that they could manage consistently around the lots to get everybody in here. And that's how far they got down to the trim and chassis, team leaders, and utilities. So the hard part of was notifying everybody on second shift that they were not being laid off and that they were working, and night shift that they were not being laid off and working. It was hard to understand. No one was happy. The plan came together so fast. We know people were upset and angry. We understand the frustration. We understand about wanting to be laid off, and the people laid off are still going to make, almost as much as the people that were working. We get it. We appreciate the ones that, did have to work. But if Ford, has work available for LAP, employees are not going to be laid off, and they're going to work every time. There's no chairman at any plant that's going to go to Ford Motor Company and tell them, lay my people off. That's just not going to happen. We're here to work as many people as we can, as much as we can, to show that LAP wants to work, and we want a product. Social media posts and texts from several people, some of it very disheartening. You elected us as a bargaining unit to make the decision for 3,600 employees, and working versus laid off is going to be my number one priority. If there's work available that we can do, straight time, overtime, we're going to take it on. No work means no jobs. That means no LAP. That means no profits. That means no home. So I ran a few numbers with the rework that was taking place and the number of people that we had working. So hypothetically, if something was to happen, not to scare anyone, just based on facts, how many people were working with 93 or better seniority? There was 51 total that could retire at the next contract in 2023. So that left 391 that will not have 30 years at the next contract. So most everyone has seen a red language if it puts we're LAP close. So we want another product. So we're vying for another product. So that's going to leave a whole lot of people if we don't get a new product. And like I said, this is all hypothetical. They would be transferring. And everybody knows the new language in the national contract currently, if something was to happen prior to that. Let's say KTP has 900 TFTs. That's the number that we can go out there to roll the TFTs out to replace. We don't replace any full-time employees. So I ran the numbers again. So it would take 98 or greater seniority to roll that 900 out. So if you don't have 98 seniority or better, that leaves you with the opportunity to get transferred to another facility, Chicago, Kansas City, somewhere else other than home. And I don't want to see that happen. Most of you know Ford sees everything that's posted on our pages. Whether you care or not, it's the livelihood of Ford Motor Company. It's the livelihood of all of our members here at the plant. I don't understand. I understand everybody wanting to be laid off, but the frustration and the texts and the phone calls is not beneficial for LAP. We have a great workforce here. I want to build the best quality product we can for our customers and continue to support us and support LAP. I hope that everyone that's working the Downweeks know, mad or not, we kicked some butt. We've done a great job, and what we've done over the last week has proved to Ford Motor Company that LAP wants to work. LAP knocked it out of the park. We got a lot of these off-site locations done. You all stepped up, got it done. You've done a great job. Just like we said, we didn't know what we were going into. We didn't know how long things were going to take to make things happen. All the local lots got completed, or the plan is to finish them up today, if not maybe Tuesday. Most of the outer lots by next week. Thanks to those people that jumped in, got it done, and the hard work did pay off. So let's keep up the pace in changing axles, and then hopefully we'll be able to get a couple extra weeks added to vacation shutdown if everything goes well. Also, the ones that are working, remember, we got a 4% bonus that'll pay out in October, and all these hours you work get added to that bonus. The ones that's not working, that won't get added. It's all an hours work for your bonus. So I want LAP to be here a long time. I want LAP to have another product. I want to add a third shift back. I want to put LAP back on top as the #1 plant in the Ford system. Any mileage or overtime or mileage or time that is owed to you, we are getting all the paperwork together. We wanted to wait till we got through the week to get all that added up to know what teams went to what lots, how many come back and forth or went to multiple lots. We got all that information. We're working with the TER at Ford side to see if there's a quick way, a faster way to put in the mileage and the TER for people, or get the people to sign forms and on the mileage that's owed. We're going to get all that. We know the contract. We already had all the contract. We already had all these discussions. Everything was just happening so fast with management. They want to try to get everything set up. They're providing us with everything. They understand everybody's owed. We understand everybody's owed. Any mileage that's owed or any time that's owed, we will either get it turned into the TER or we'll file a grievance on it. You will get what's owed to you. Vacation and excuse time. If you're working during the 6 weeks, your time is still good on whatever calendar days that you had planned previously. If you're laid off during these 6 weeks, we went to Labor Relations and told them to back out the time, but they need to see that from the employee because we don't know what your intent is. They plan on paying that out if you do not email them or the supervisor hasn't already pulled that out. So email them at the normal email, laplabo1@ford.com. with the dates and vacation or excuse time that you had scheduled between now and vacation shutdown to make sure it gets pulled out. It has to come from you all. We don't know your intent. If you still wanted that money, you still want that week's pay and didn't want to file unemployment for that week. So you have to do that. Uniforms, we have about 50% have taken advantage of the uniform so far in the plant for the voucher program. So the deadline is still July 5th. So please get on there, get yours ordered. The web address, mypromomall.com/LAP, your global ID with the zeros, and your last four of your social. TFTs, we're still receiving several texts and everything, which is fine. International still has a Leapfrog issue on the table with Ford Motor Company. And also, now that we're going to be down 6 weeks, 8 weeks for some, the 30-day reset on your time, we're hoping that gets resolved. That's still on the table up there. It's kind of jumped up because that's a high priority on the list to make sure our TFTs that are eligible, that will be turning out here within the next 2 or 3 months, get their time and become full-time employees like they should. We've received a new international servicing rep here for LAP and KTP, Mike Kerr. We've had our meetings at both plants with him, a breath of fresh air. He's come in, he's ready to go. And I want to thank Mr. Weems for everything he's done for both plants and wish him luck on his next servicing jobs. Bids, the last round of bids should be out next week, and as soon as they come out for the temporary jobs, we'll get them posted. Couple things that happened this last time around. Remember to log yourself off the computer with Control-Alt-Delete. Log off. We had a couple people that didn't log off and somebody came back on before it timed out. Went in, thought they'd put a couple bids in. It was actually still under that person's name, and put a couple bids in with a different CDS ID than what the employee was that bidding on it. Because the employee said, hey, I didn't bid on that job. But it showed up as this other person went in, bid on the job, but it had somebody else's CDID in. So make sure you bid, log back off. When you come up, Control-Alt-Delete to log yourself back in. Passwords being down almost 8 weeks, we're going to have a lot of people's passwords that expire. So you can go online outside of Ford at changepassword.ford.com and change your password before it expires. If you change it now or change it here the next couple of weeks before it expires, you'll be able to make it to when we return back to work and be able to reset it again. If you're outside the plant and you already forgot and lost it, you can call 1-888-317-4957 outside the plant. Received a few phone calls from Auto Truck and Ford Motor Credit, life insurance, child support, tax levies, or etc. If you have payroll deductions coming out of your check, it is up to you to contact these organizations and make the payment to them. If not, Ford Motor Credit will send you a bill. Auto Truck will expect payment delivered to them. So you need to make these payments to keep up with it since we have some significant downtime. Unemployment, as you know, the ones that are laid off, this will be Sunday, will be our first week of claiming. So we're claiming for Sunday through Wednesday for last week. Going forward, next week, you will have to claim the 8 hours of holiday pay because you will get paid it. Take the 8 hours times your normal rate of pay and claim that on the call-in next week. So normally we've got with the governor's office and Todd Dunn, and all of us have been going back and forth with the unemployment office. We've been able to get a reprieve. Normally it's a max of 3 consecutive weeks where you can do individual claims. We were able to get them to go on ahead and give us the 6 this time. So Ford Motor Company will be able to claim individual weeks up to 6 times for those individuals. Remember, you have your email address, your 12-character PIN, the 8-digit PIN. Make sure you got that, whether you take a picture of a Post-it note or take a picture of it so you have it in your phone, post it on your refrigerator or somewhere where you got access to that. That 8-digit PIN is going to become crucial. So please do not lose that. The easiest way now that the new system is taken over will be calling in through the phone system, which is 1-877-369-5984. And that phone system will open up at 10 o'clock in the morning. COVID, we've had no additional cases or changes currently to the protocol by Ford. Masks are still required. The survey still has to be done daily. No matter what kind of symptoms you have, if they're from COVID or the vaccine, you still must do the survey every single day. If you're feeling symptoms, you know you got the shot yesterday, you're not feeling good this morning, you need to fill the survey, call medical. They're still going to expect a COVID test done. Even though you know it's from the shot, you still will have to call medical and get a COVID shot, get a COVID test, please. Then call labor, let them know what's going on. Last but not least, we want to wish everybody a happy Memorial Day weekend. Please remember those that have lost their lives serving our country so we could have the freedom and the opportunities we have in America. On behalf of myself and the UAW,